Welcome to Toksave, Culture Talks, the podcast of PARADISEC, the Pacific and Regional Archive for digital sources in endangered cultures. I'm Jodie Kell.
And I'm Steven Gagau. These are conversations with people who have personal and cultural connections to the languages and music in our archive.
Ralph Lawton was a Methodist missionary from South Australia who lived on the island of Kirawina, the biggest of the Trobriand Islands in Papua New Guinea, between 1961 and 1973. During that time, he made a series of audio recordings of the music, stories and languages of the island. Ralph went on to receive a doctorate in linguistics from the Australian National University in 2013. His recordings make up the online digital collection RL1, accessible through the PARADISEC catalogue. These recordings cover a range of musical styles, and they are a beautiful sonic record of the culture of the Trobriand Islands.
The Trobriand Islands, also called Kirawina Islands, are low-lying coral atolls off the east coast of PNG in the Milne Bay province. Most of the population of around 12,000 indigenous people live on the main island of Kirawina. The main language spoken is Kilivila. The social structure is based on matrilineal clans who control land and resources. The people have subsistence livelihoods in traditional settlements even today. The people participate in inter-islands exchange of shells and culture called kula trade, sailing in their seagoing canoes. Grace Howe is a Trobriand Islander and comes from a small island of Vakuta, south of the main Kirawina Island. Through marriage to Peter Hull, she now lives in the New South Wales Central Coast with her family of 5 children. She continues to embrace her culture, language and music as she shares with us by describing the collections of Kirawina people.
Grace.
Yegu, Yagagu, Imyaiwau. Imyaiwau, Tamagu, Yagasi. Tagatamagu, Sakagu, Yagagu, Yegu. Yegu, Ilegu, Yaiwa. Kagutu. So what I said is, my name is Imyaiwau in my language name, village name, and Yaiwau means the lady of Vakuta, the lady of Yaiwau. Vakuta is Yaiwau on that island. It's called Yaiwau, so the lady of Vakuta, and that name came from my father's clan to name me.
So that's Kilivila language?
Yeah. Kilivila.
And so you get your name from your father's side, is that right?
You can get both. You can inherit from your father's side, and also you can inherit from your mother's side. Your mother's side is mostly your own. It's your very own. But your father's name is borrowed, so you can't really use it for your children. You have to ask permission from your father's sisters and tribe to be able to use it, because our clan runs on female side, not the male side. My clan is Lukwasisga, and our bird for our clan is a parrot. So every tribe has their clan name and their bird. So my clan is Lukwasisga, and our bird is a parrot. That's why we talk a lot.
And does the clan, like with the dances, are they attached to clan, like different clans have different dances?
Yes. Yeah. They have their own style.
Yeah.
And even drumming too. Drumming with their drums, they have different beats as well. Growing up on the island is quite fun because we had lots of older uncles and grandmothers and brothers, and we do traditional dancing with the drums. And our kundu drums is mainly made out of a tree, and the hole to the drumming is out of lizard skin. So there you hear some music in the Trobriand dancing, traditional dancing. You hear this different katuninia and kasausau. Kasausau is a big drum, and katuninia is a small drum, and we all dance along with it. And the great dancers, they have white cockatoo feathers all around their head. Nice. And it's become like a white head, and with the dancing grass skirt, and then the waving pandanus leaf. Those are kasausau, yeah. So what they're dancing is, I am getting ready to put my decorations on, and I am gonna sail away. And sail away is like that canoe over there. Sail to the deep sea for cooler trade or something. So they have to celebrate before they sail. So they will, when they trade their shell money, they have to come with a lot of returns when they go. When they come back, they will come back with lots of returns. So it's like a celebration before they sail away. Said, I have picked up my decorations, and I'm going to dress myself as I sail away. Mostly that one is men dancing around the circle. And then the drummers are in the middle of the circle, and the dancers will be dancing around the circle. So the beat goes like that as the man goes like that all around with white feathers.
Who taught you the dances? Where did you learn?
From our parents. And it's customary that they have to put something in you to dance like that. They have to cut you with a little bit of a bottle. Okay. And rub something on your hands so that your hands can go a bit faster than normal. And they call it kasikaya gauri. Kasikaya gauri means that dancer has been initiated by the uncle or the grandfather to dance. And sometimes those dancers come from the family tribe. It doesn't just come from anywhere.
And how old are you when you go through that?
They have to do it fairly young. Maybe around, they start injecting something into the child when they were babies, like a bath or something. And by 6, 7, they start putting something into them. So by 10 and in their early teens, they should be already dancing. So by the time they come actually teenagers and young men, they're the frontliners as a circle dancers or the tribal dancing clan.
And how often would you gather like that?
Growing up is quite often because it's like a yam harvest and celebration. It's a bit more fun for the tradition to keep on going. But later years when I grew up as a teenager, and much older, I left the island quite early, and I missed that part. But they stopped doing that because the older people are dying faster. Then the young people are not interested anymore to gain a bit more traditional dancing. So now it's more of the disco type of music. But there's some people are still doing it.
Yeah.
If you ask them to do it, yes.
The older people.
Yes.
Ilaga katukwa ubaya dabari kurama terigesi bodawe nunugite wate we abuye toroga mama Moseturi o arui gorukuro buneo e kauyen. Agutoki.
Yeah, that one is called Osimwaya. Osimwaya is like chanting or singing to the spirit. Singing to the spirit is longing to communicate to the dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I am here waiting, or I am here trying to talk to you, or something like that. Yeah, so it's Osimwaya, singing or calling to the spirit. It's like a meditation song. Yeah, so it's quite spiritual. It's like a transit from this to another world, so they can see what's happening, communicating with the spirits. When they feel lost and want to be comforted, or they sing that. It's like when I was growing up and my father sails from Wakuta to Kilivila or Kiruwina, he sings to the spirit for the wind to come, to fill in the sail and then go. So those songs is really meditation, calling something to come. So it have to be somewhere where you need to be calling for someone to come and give you the strength or bring you something. So they call like that. They sing like that.
Was that Killavilla language?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's that older stuff.
Yeah, that's older side. And I'm afraid that there's maybe not many people got that. So keep that recording for us.
So these recordings are important to you?
This is very good. I cried when I heard it. I was dancing over here one night. Peter goes, "You still remember it?" I said, "Oh yeah, it's still in me.
Yeah.
It's still in me." I'm really sad that none of my brothers recorded our father's songs because it's gone. And if anyone can save the songs now, they should do it now, because older people are dying fast and we are losing our culture. We are losing our tradition. That is the cry of a mother just lost a child or a baby and saying, I have, as the waves crashes, the white foam I see. I can't help myself, but I have to pick up the flowers and put it in my arms and sway with the waves. I want to come and flow with you. It's like a mother crying. I want to dance, but all I see is the crashing waves of the foam, the white foam. It's like it crushed me. I have to get my flowers or my leaf and then put it in and try to dance with you. It's just like weeping and in the morning song of trying to bring some comfort to the soul.
Yeah. And that call and response, one's...
Yes, yeah.
Is that common?
Yeah. It's dying off, but there's some, like in the late, my brother Joe, just recently, some Kiruwina old ladies came to the island and they mourned, they cried in the crying spirit. And I was so much involved with what's going on, I didn't even record it. But that was my opportunity. They were crying, but they were crying in the spirit. And that's the only old people from the main Kilivila, Trobriand Islands, main Trobriand Islands, could mourn that. On Wakuta, all the old women are deceased.
What language did you speak, is it?
Wakuta language.
Yeah.
And different dialect from Kiruwina language, but same.
Yeah.
So Woodlark speaks bit like Kiruwina, but totally different. Bit heavier accent than main Trobriand language. And Kitawa speaks a little bit different dialect, stronger than Wakuta. So they know which island we come from by our accent. So, and some things that we say is totally different. Like for Wakuta, we say bush knife is repa. And Kitawa, they say newa. There's some things that we don't really pronounce the same.
For the benefit of the podcast, as soon as this song started, Grace started smiling and dancing for us. Tell us about this music, Grace.
That is borrowed from Central Province. It's Paraveta. And Paraveta song is very strong in the Trobriand Islands. And once you hear that, you can't help yourself, but you have to sing along and dance. And it came from, I think, missionaries before, from Port Moresby to Trobriand Islands. And we claim it that we own it, but it's not in our language. Wow. It's in Port Moresby, it's Motu. Yeah, but I think we dance it better than them. I can't help myself.
Languages coming in.
Yes. But
and do people speak Motu or they just sing it?
Some speak Motu.
Yeah.
Some speak Motu, some singing. But it's amazing. I can't speak Motu. I can hear a little bit. But the older people in the Trobriand Islands, once you bring Motu songs, they're like fluent. Even they sing it and they dance it. And the way the Trobrians sing it, it is more than lovely. You won't help yourself, you just jump in and dance with them. I've got a ladies group on Wakuta, widows, collected older widow women. So they come, when I go home, they come and sing. And it's beautiful.
And
It's
they sing this style, do they?
Yes, and then they wear their powder there and all the hair decoration, and then with their reckless, and then they go for it. That's in our language.
Yeah.
That song is saying when Jesus met the lady, the Samaritan woman at the well, he said, "Hey lady, give me some water to drink." So he said, Jesus said to her, "Please give me some water to drink." So he said, "Hey kunana kwae, nani kusakaigu," said, "Please, can you give me some water to drink? Hurry, hey, you hurry up, give me some water to drink." So that's what they're singing. Jesus is saying to the Samaritan woman, "Hey kunana kwae, sita na sopi kusakaigu bamu." They translate it into the hymn song. So they sing that song quite a lot in celebration too.
Up, I guess if you wanted to say something about these recordings and how important they are to you and your culture, what would you say about them?
Well, I think I'm glad and lucky that I've known Mr. Gagau, and Mr. Gagau have connected you, and you have just saved some of my culture songs, some recording. And I don't know, maybe in the 70s, 17 or 18 or 1900s or whatever, the songs that been going around, those songs might be already gone for the new generation. Some are still there, but not much, because the old people are now dying fast. The young people are more into Western lifestyle. So our culture is just the heartbeat for the elders. And if the new generation catch that before they die, it will be great to get some culture hanging onto our tradition. But that recording is great. So please keep it.
Thank you, Grace Howell, for joining us on Toksave Culture Talks. Today's interview was informative and engaging. We would also like to thank Ralph Lawton and the Lawton family for sharing these amazing recordings.
If you would like more information about PARADISEC, the work we do, and the online catalogue, you can visit our website at www.paradisec.org.au.
Toksave Culture Talks was launched as part of the United Nations International Year of Indigenous Languages in 2019.
We would like to acknowledge the support of the Australian Research Council's Centre of Excellence for the Dynamics of Language and the University of Sydney, the University of Melbourne and the Australian National University.